The air quality index, or the AQI as we call it, is at times much more severe than it is even in industrial zones. So as far as heart disease is concerned, there has been a definitive link established between particulates, especially those particulates that we call them as PM 2.5, that are less than 2.5 microns, because these particulates are able to deposit into the blood vessels and trigger off an inflammatory reaction, which can actually accelerate the development of significant coronary artery disease. And along with this theoretical aspect, we've even seen it practically, that we've had patients who live close to the highways, patients who live close to factories, where there is a lot of particulates in the air. And these people have been linked to having earlier onset of heart disease. So this is probably one emerging risk factor that we all need to be careful about, because it's been always there, but we just were never aware of it until the last 4 to 5 years. And even now, a lot of people are still not aware of this major risk factor, that air pollution is now becoming one of the leading causes of premature coronary artery disease in our country, especially so in the fast developed and developing parts of our cities, where there are a lot more industries coming up, a lot more constructions are going on, and a lot of vehicular traffic has developed. So these are areas where these particulate matters are present in unacceptable amounts, and very often we are not aware. So probably in that way, our this COVID coming in and having lockdowns and wearing masks in outdoors has helped us to actually reduce the burden of inhaling these particulates to a large extent. In fact, we've seen a lot of people who are having chronic allergies, chronic bronchitis and stuff, who are now feeling much more relieved just because they are wearing a mask every time they go out in society. So yeah, looking for the best in every situation probably, but yes, particulate matter is a fast emerging risk factor for heart disease, and it is soon to become probably the leading cause of heart disease in our country.
Is there any study or data that shows early onset of heart ailments due to pollution, especially in the productive age group? What's your experience at KIMS?
Yes, sir, there is a study, but it's not an Indian study. It was published in Circulation around 2017 that specifically linked this particulate matter of having particulates of size less than 2.5 microns specifically to the onset of heart disease. And they basically compared people who are living on the highways or near industrial areas and who had a high burden of inhalation of these particulates versus those who did not. And they found that there was somewhere around a 10 to 15% greater chance in these people than in those who were not exposed to particulate matters. At KIMS, yes, we are seeing a lot more younger population who are coming in with heart disease, a significant amount of them who are coming from polluted areas. We don't have exact numbers, so to speak, but yes, we are seeing it, and it's something that is really upcoming, so something that we need to look at probably, and really include it in our history and risk factor stratification performance going forward.